just right out from the center of the chest, left hand behind you, open up, close it. Hey everyone, welcome to class. Today's flow is all about creating and cultivating mental discipline. I thought, this time of year, sometimes it gets really busy, and I guess any time of year it gets really busy, but we get caught up in our life sometimes, and it's easy to let the things that are important to us fall by the wayside. So every so often, I think it's important to check in with yourself, get honest with yourself. Am I prioritizing the things that need to be prioritized? And if not, or even if you are, I think it's nice to incorporate it into your practice that sometimes we're gonna do the things that we need to do, even if we don't always look forward to doing them. But afterwards, we always feel great. So you won't need any props for this one. I just want you to find a comfortable seat. We're gonna start with a little bit of breath work. So close the eyes, kind of shift your weight around, make sure you're sitting evenly on the hips, relax those shoulders, and let the eyes close. Anytime we move our bodies in yoga, we tend to connect to what our physical body is doing. And when we can bridge the gap between our physical body and our mental, spiritual body, man, that's where the magic happens. So for this class, during this class, I want you to let the movement clear out the clutter in your mind. We're gonna tune into our bodies and cultivate inner strength with awareness, with control. And doing it in the small moments allows us to show up in the bigger moments. Take 2 or 3 more breaths right here. Narrowing your focus to yourself, to your practice, to this little rectangle of our yoga mat. Open the eyes. I want you to inhale fully. Before you exhale, you're gonna plug your right nostril completely, so you can't breathe out of it at all. And on the left side, you're gonna plug it just halfway. So right below the bone of your nose, so that when you exhale at the left side, it kind of sounds like a balloon deflating. Switch sides, take a big breath in. And then plug the left completely, plug the right halfway, exhale. Inhale fully. Switch sides, plug the right, plug left halfway. Inhale. And switch, plug left, half right. Inhale. Plug right, half left. Inhale. One more each way. Plug left, half right. Last one. Inhale. Plug right, half left. And come back to your breath, nice and easy. Just normal breathing through both nostrils. One more round of breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. And let's turn over onto your front. We're gonna do a few rounds of cat-cow. So wrists right under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Move at your own pace as usual. Exhaling, round the back. Inhale, pull the chest through. Look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, pull the chest through. Take 3 more. And part of the discipline element of our practice is sometimes slowing down. It takes discipline for a lot of us to be present, to be mindful, rather than just kind of like type A, power through, go, 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 go. So figure out, notice where you need to apply your discipline. Do you need to apply it in needing to add more heat, more fire, more power to what you do? Or do you need to apply discipline in order to get yourself to slow down, calm down? Come down to your forearms. Keep the palms down if you can, but if that's uncomfortable, interlace the hands. We're gonna do cat-cow, but from this angle. So now I want you to think of rounding the back. You're doing the same type of movement. It just feels a little bit trickier. Requires even more presence to do it this way. So you have to really think about, okay, what's my intention here? Still moving the sternum forward, still trying to create space through the upper back, through the mid back as we round. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more each way after this. I'm sorry, 2 more each way. Last one. And come back to neutral, come up to the hands, take the feet together, the knees a little bit wide apart, almost like you're gonna come into child's pose, but sit the hips back on the heels. Toes can be tucked under or they can, come down so that the tops of the feet are on the mat. Bring the left hand close to the center, like right out from the chest. Right hand comes behind the head, open up through the chest, exhale, close. Open up through the chest. Take 3 more. 3. You might feel better inhaling as you close, exhaling as you open, whatever works. Last one. Take it down, right hand comes down, just right out from the center of the chest, left hand behind you, open up, close it. Two more rounds. 1, 2. Take both hands down, walk the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle under the left arm and come down to the right side of the head. And the left hand can do whatever feels good. You can just kind of prop it up on the ground. You can walk it overhead, whatever feels good. And come back to the center, maybe reach the right arm back up just to reset and take it down. Let's do the left side. Take your time, set up, feel strong, sturdy, secure, and then inhale the left arm up, exhale, thread it underneath the right, coming down to that shoulder. Right arm can do whatever you feel comfortable doing. Slide that right hand back in, press up, stretch the left arm up, and take it back down. So the right knee is gonna move forward. We're gonna take a Z sit on the right side. So just bending the right knee to 90-ish degrees, as well as the left knee. And then I want you just to swivel over to the right and lean forward, but don't take the hands down. So you start to get to a point where you're like, ooh, I feel like I'm gonna fall over. And once you get to that point, I want you to hold. We're gonna see if we can hold here without touching the hands down for 3 breaths or so. On your last exhale, lower the arms down. And now you can kind of lean into the forearms a little bit. I don't want you to come off the legs at all, but just kind of let the pressure on your forearms, let the pressure be there. Now, if you can you flex the left foot, flex the left ankle, and hover the left knee off the ground. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Take it down, lift the chest. Let's move it to the other side, so come over to the left. So now we've got 90 degrees, give or take a little bit, in both legs. And I want you to lean over the left knee. So lean until you feel like you could tip over and then hold there. See if you can sustain that hold. So we are using the hips to hold at the end range of motion, building strength, building mobility, using the core as well. Inhale fully. Exhale, you can take the hands down or the forearms down, whatever you can get comfortably. Now, keeping the pressure in the hands or in the forearms, can you flex the right foot and lift the knee, hover for 3, 2, 1. Take it down, come back to the front of your mat, take the knees up and around, plant the hands, come back to hands and knees. Just take 1 round of cat-cow. It always feels good to me to like use that as a transitional thing. Bring the chest through and take it back to neutral. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. I want you to extend let's do the right leg first. Right leg back, swing the left leg behind you and plant the right foot down. Open up the right arm. You can keep it straight out of the shoulder or drop it overhead, whatever feels good. Inhale fully. Exhale. Take the right hand down, swing the left foot back onto your mat. You're gonna pull the right knee in between the hands. Just let the hands frame the foot for a moment. Get comfortable. Feel yourself here. Tuck the back toes. Engage the back thigh. Lift it off the mat. You can bring the hands to the heart center or float them behind you. We're going to find warrior 3. So lift the left leg off the floor. Feel the glutes engage. Feel the stability of the hips. Inhale fully. Exhale, slowly take it down back to a kneeling lunge. You can take the hands to frame the foot again or reach the arms up overhead. Tuck the back toes, engage that back thigh away from the mat, lift the back leg, hands to the heart or float them back. Warrior 3, inhale fully. Exhale slowly as you can, lower it back down. Hands frame the foot or reach them up. Tuck the back toes again. Thigh off the mat, slowly float it up. Hands to the heart, reach the left toes behind you. Last round, exhale, slowly lower down. Tuck the back toes, slowly lift up. And take it back down. From here, swing the right leg back, find plank, inhaling fully. Exhale, lower down between the elbows. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Sit it back, downward facing. Soften the knees if you need to here. And then shift back down to the knees, hands and knees. Swing the right foot behind you, extend the left leg back, find gate. So you can keep the left arm straight up out of the shoulder or drop it overhead, whatever feels good. Really give yourself a few big deep breaths to feel the length through the left side. Let's bring some awareness back to the left side and pull the left foot all the way around for a kneeling lunge. Let the hands frame the front foot for now. Reach the chest forward. And then start to engage that back thigh, bring it off the floor. Lift the chest, float the right leg back, find warrior three. Feel the stability of the hips, the stability of the core. Inhale fully. Exhale as slowly and controlled as you can. Lower back down, kneeling lunge. Maybe the arms come up. It's whatever you feel good doing for the next few rounds. Arms can be up or down. Tuck the back toes, engage the back thigh. Slowly lift the leg, float away from the mat. Hands to the heart center. Inhale fully. Exhale, slowly lower down. Control, control, control. There's that discipline. Don't just flop back down to the floor. See if you can build in that discipline in those in-between moments. Not rushing to the next thing. Tuck the back toes. Engage the thigh. Lift. Float. And exhale, lower back down. Let's do one more round. Again, try not to rush through those transitions. Let yourself be wobbly. Let yourself struggle a little bit if you are wobbly. I'm definitely wobbly here. Lower back down. And then sweep the left foot back. Find plank. This time we're gonna hold plank. So let's see. Come up to plank in 3, 2, 1. Hold it. So gently scoop the tailbone forward just a tiny bit so you feel the core turn on. So it's like you're moving the hip bones toward the rib cage. Push the floor away. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vinyasa. Lower down. Cobra or up dog. Sit it back. Downward facing. Take a couple breaths here. All right, so we've got options on this next one. I want you to step the left foot forward. So we're doing something a little different. A lot of times we've heard, or I think we heard for a long time in the yoga movement communities, not to let the knee go past the toes. I'm definitely guilty of teaching this a long time ago as well. The reality is that it is a safe, functional movement for us to do. We should be able to let the knees move past the toes, especially while the heel, especially if the heel is down in a lunge, and a lot of other functional movements. But for this particular one, I want you to slide the foot back on the left side. Little asterisk. If what I'm about to show you is too uncomfortable, too much, just find a kneeling lunge and see if you can find that edge where the knee starts to move a little bit beyond the toes. Just see if you can work that, improve your range of motion there. Otherwise, let's try this together. So you're gonna come onto the left foot and you're gonna move off the heel until that left knee comes down to the floor. So my left heel is lifted. Move a little bit more central. My left knee is on the mat. My hands are down for now. My back foot is down. How does this feel? This might feel really intense on the foot, the ball of the foot, the toes. If your toes are not super flexible, this is gonna feel tough, which is why I said find a kneeling lunge and just work on scooting that knee a little bit closer towards beyond the toes. But if you're here and you're like, okay, this is fine, I can do this, I want you to engage the back thigh, try to pull the knee away from the mat. Now find the awareness in the glutes. Maybe come down to the forearms. Find that glute awareness and see if you can hover the right foot off the floor. And let's hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Drop the right knee. Come up to the hands. Step back. Downward facing dog. I know that feels funky. But the feet, the ankle, and even the health of your knee, for the feet, the ankle, and even for the health of the knee, this is a really good thing to do. Your version of it. Let's step the right foot forward. So it's not too far forward on the mat, it's just a little bit, because we're eventually going to drop that right knee down. Pop the right heel up. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. So my right heel is up, my left knee is down. I'm gonna come down to my forearms, but you can stay on the hands if that feels better. The alternative is to stay in a kneeling lunge. If you're here, take a big breath in. Exhale, squeeze the left thigh away from the mat. Start to feel that glute turn on. Once you have that feeling, I want you to lift the heel and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Go ahead and plant the hands. Step back to downward facing. Lift the hips high. Take a big breath in. Bring the feet together, knees together, sit back on the heels. You can take the hands to the lap. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. And as you move through the rest of your day, see if you can hold the same mentality. Don't rush through the transitions. Even when they're like a little bit unpleasant or you're not super confident, see if you can just be fully present. Instead of applying your discipline to make yourself do more, do it faster, do it quote unquote better, use your discipline to kind of slow yourself down. Root yourself in the present moment and make that be the discipline that you move forward with. On your next breath, bring the hands up to the heart center. Let the eyes blink open. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this version of class, there's a full-length version, Living Inside Bad Yogi Studio, along with over 350 other full-length classes. There's something for every mood, every season of life, everything that you could possibly want exists inside Bad Yogi Studio. And I also curate a calendar every single month, so you always know your practice will have direction, structure, and purpose. So you can totally do your own thing, find what fits, but otherwise, if you don't want to think about it, if you want to put that part of your movement on autopilot, I've got you covered. So drop down to the description below. You'll find a link for a free 2-week trial, and I hope to see you inside. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this class, you will love Bad Yogi Studio. Make yoga your new morning ritual. With hundreds of classes just under 30 minutes, the perfect amount of time to kickstart your day and start everything off on a high note. Welcome to class. I would love to see you inside Bad Yogi Studio with me, so tap the link below and get your free 14-day trial. I'll see you there.